Act 3 of The Taming of the Shrew by William Shakespeare. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 3. Scene 1. Padua, a room in Baptista's house. Enter Lucentio, Hortensio, and Bianca.
Fiddler, forbear! You've grown too forward, sir. Have you so soon forgot the entertainment her sister Catherine welcomed you withal?
But, wrangling pedant, this is the patroness of heavenly harmony. Then give me leave to have prerogative, and when in music we have spent an hour, your lecture shall have leisure for as much.
Preposterous ass, that never read so far to know the cause why music was ordained. Was it not to refresh the mind of man after his studies or his usual pain? Then give me leave to read philosophy, and while I pause, serve in your harmony.
Sirrah, I will not bear these braves of thine.
Why, gentlemen, you do me double wrong to strive for that which resteth in my choice. I am no breeching scholar in the schools. I'll not be tied to hours nor appointed times, but learn my lessons as I please myself. And to cut off all strife, here, sit we down, take you your instrument, play you the whiles. His lecture will be done ere you have tuned.
You'll leave his lecture when I am in tune?
Retires.
Ah, that will be never. Tune your instrument.
Where left we last?
Here, madam. Hic ibat simois, hic est sigea telus, hic steterat priami regia celsa senis.
Construe them.
Hic ibat, as I told you before, simois, I am Lucentio, hic est, son unto Vincentio of Pisa, sigea telus, disguised thus to get your love. Hic steterat, and that Lucentio that comes a-wooing, Priami, is my man, Tranio, Regia, bearing my port, Celsa senis, that we might beguile the old pantaloon.
Hortensio, returning.
Madam, my instrument's in tune.
Let's hear.
Hortensio plays.
Oh, fie, the treble jars.
Oh, spit in the hole, man, and tune again.
Now, let me see if I can construe it. Hic ibat simois, I know you not. Hic est sigea telus, I trust you not. Hic steterat priami, take heed ye hear us not. Regia, presume not. Celsa senis, despair not.
Madam, 'tis now in tune.
Oh, all but the bass.
The bass is right, 'tis the base knave that jars. How fiery and forward our pedant is!
Aside.
Now for my life the knave doth court my love. Pedescule, I'll watch you better yet.
In time I may believe, yet I mistrust.
Mistrust it not, for sure. Aeacides was Ajax, called so from his grandfather.
I must believe my master, else I promise you I should be arguing still upon that doubt. But let it rest. Now, Licio, to you. Good master, take it not unkindly, pray, that I have been thus pleasant with you both.
Hortensio, to Lucentio.
You may go walk and leave me a while. My lessons make no music in 3 parts.
How are you so formal, sir?
Aside.
Well, I must wait, and watch withal, for but I be deceived, our fine musician groweth amorous.
Madam, before you touch the instrument to learn the order of my fingering, I must begin with rudiments of art to teach you gamut in a briefer sort, more pleasant, pithy, and effectual, than hath been taught by any of my trade. And there it is in writing, fairly drawn.
Why, I am past my gamut long ago.
Yet read the gamut of Hortensio.
Gamut. I am the ground of all accord, A, re, To plead Hortensio's passion? B. Me. Bianca, take him for thy lord. C. Fa. Ut. That loves with all affection. D. Sol. Re. One clef, two notes have I. E. La. Me. Show pity or I die. Call you this gamut? Tut, I like it not. Old fashions please me best. I am not so nice to change true rules for odd inventions.
Enter a servant.
Mistress, your father prays you leave your books, and help to dress your sister's chamber up. You know tomorrow is the wedding day.
Farewell, sweet masters both. I must be gone.
Exeunt Bianca and servant.
Faith, mistress, that I have no cause to stay.
Exit.
But I have cause to pry into this pedant. Methinks he looks as though he were in love. Yet if thy thoughts, Bianca, be so humble to cast thy wandering eyes on every stale, seize thee that list. If once I find thee ranging, Hortensio will be quit with thee by changing.
Exit. Scene 2. The same. Before Baptista's house. Enter Baptista, Gremio, Tranio, Caterina, Bianca, Lucentio, and attendants. Baptista, to Tranio.
Signor Lucentio, this is the appointed day that Catherine and Petruchio shall be married, and yet we hear not of our son-in-law. What will be said? What mockery will it be to want a bridegroom when the priest attends to speak the ceremonial rites of marriage? What says Lucentio to this shame of ours?
No shame but mine. I must, forsooth, be forced to give my hand, opposed against my heart, unto a mad-brain rudesby, full of spleen, who wooed in haste, and means to wed at leisure. I told you, he was a frantic fool, hiding his bitter jests and blunt behaviour, and to be noted for a merry man. He'll woo 1,000, point the day of marriage, make friends invited, and proclaim the banns, yet never means to wed where he hath wooed. Now must the world point at poor Catherine, and say, Lo, there is mad Petruchio's wife. If it would please him, come and marry her.
Patience, good Catherine, and Baptista too. Upon my life, Petruchio means but well. Whatever fortune stays him from his word, though he be blunt, I know him passing wise. Though he be merry, yet withal he's honest.
Would Catherine had never seen him, though.
Exit, weeping, followed by Bianca and others.
Go, girl, I cannot blame thee now to weep, for such an injury would vex a very saint, much more issue of thy impatient humour.
Enter Biondello.
Master, master, news, old news, and such news as you never heard of.
Is it new and old too? How may that be?
Why, is it not news to hear of Petruchio's coming?
Is he come?
Why, no, sir.
What then?
He is coming.
When will he be here?
When he stands where I am and sees you there.
But say, what to thine old news?
Why, Petruchio is coming, in a new hat, and an old jerkin, a pair of old breeches thrice turned, a pair of boots that have been candle cases, one buckled, another laced, an old rusty sword ta'en out of the town armoury, with a broken hilt, and chapeless, with 2 broken points, his horse hipped with an old mothy saddle, and stirrups of no kindred, besides possessed with the glanders and like to mows in the chine, troubled with the lampus, infected with the fashions, full of wingles, sped with spavins, rayed with the yellows, past cure of the fives, stark spoiled with the staggers, begnawn with the bots, swayed in the back and shoulder shotten, near-legged before, and with a half-checked bit, and a head-stall of sheep's leather, which, being restrained to keep him from stumbling, hath been often burst, and now repaired with knots, one girth 6 times pierced, and a woman's crupper of velour, which hath 2 letters for her name fairly set down in studs, and here and there pierced with pack thread.
Who comes with him?
Oh, sir, his lackey, for all the world comparisons like the horse, with a linen stock on one leg, and a kersey boot-hose on the other, gartered with a red and blue list, an old hat, and the humour of 40 fancies pricked in't for a feather, a monster